This is the easiest way to start TikTok Shop and make thousands of dollars in passive income every month. Because to succeed on TikTok Shop, you only need to overcome 3 main challenges. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what these 3 challenges are, along with the proven strategies that I've personally used to scale my own TikTok Shop to multiple 6 figures. So, even if you're a total beginner, by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start your TikTok shop without spending any money on upfront inventory, without having any followers, and even make your first $1,000 with TikTok shop as soon as this week. Alright, just in case you've been living under a rock and don't know what TikTok Shop is, let me give you the 80/20. TikTok Shop is the biggest e-com opportunity of this decade, and thousands of people around the world have already changed their lives thanks to this platform. TikTok Shop was launched in 2023 as a way to connect sellers directly with buyers through videos. Now, users can instantly buy products while watching TikToks without having to go to a different website. You'll find thousands of sellers on TikTok Shop who make thousands of dollars every week, dedicating just a few hours here and there, without any fancy technical skills or even a large following. Finding TikTok Shop today is like discovering Amazon in the 2000s or investing in Bitcoin back in 2011. With over 1 billion active users worldwide, TikTok's reach is only going to keep increasing. But right now, there's only a handful of smart people making crazy amounts of money on the platform, truly making it the opportunity of a lifetime. And if you're watching this, congratulations, you are early to the game. Because today, I'm going to show you how you can start your own cash flow business on TikTok Shop without spending any money on inventory up front and without a huge following. But before that, I know what you might be thinking. Well, Dave, if TikTok Shop is so amazing, why do so many beginners struggle to make money with it? And I totally get it. In my 6 years of e-com experience, I've seen countless people try their luck with different business models. Some people succeed and go on to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, while others burn out and quit within the first few months. And even though the failure rate of TikTok Shop is less compared to some other shiny business trends that pop up and disappear, it is no different in the regard that there are winners and there are quitters. Because the main difference between those who succeed and those who fail often comes down to one thing: clarity. Most beginners start off on the completely wrong path and make it unnecessarily hard for themselves. They spend months following the wrong advice, trying out outdated tactics, and simply spinning their wheels. Eventually, they get frustrated and quit, and I don't want you to be one of them. So, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the easiest way to get started with TikTok Shop. Because growing on TikTok and making thousands of dollars on the platform every week ultimately comes down to 3 key pillars. The first step is the most important and also the one most beginners need to overcomplicate. Because the foundation of your growth on TikTok, the main key that leads to everything, is finding winning products to sell. And when I say winning products, I usually check for 4 things. First, I check if the product has made at least $50,000 in sales in the last month. What this tells us is that there's demand and other creators are already promoting it, so we can grab a piece of that pie. Now, we're over here on our product research tool, right? Now, this tool is called Viralytic. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys a link for Viralytic on the description of this video, also along with a nice discount code. With that code, you can get a 7-day free trial with the tool and also a 50% off on the subscription if you decide to keep it. But 7 days should be enough to help you find a winning product to sell on TikTok Shop. Now here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to top sales, right? Top sales. And then here you wanna go ahead and you wanna make sure that you hit on a monthly, all right? Monthly. Now what this tool is gonna show us is gonna show us a list of products that are all making more than $1 million a month on TikTok Shop, right? So typically, remember what I said is I want to only be looking at products that have made more than $50,000 in sales inside TikTok Shop, right? So here, I want to focus on a couple things. I want to focus obviously on the revenue, but it's not only about the revenue. You also want to make sure that you are selling products or that you're getting into niches where the sellers that are already selling that are not working with as many different creators to make a lot of money, right? This shows me that I'm not gonna have to work with a lot of different TikTok shop creators in order to sell my product. For example, here I found a product, creatine, right? It's made over $124,000 in sales in the past 30 days, right? Now, creatine is actually a great niche. Now, what I'm going to do, now that I've found the niche creatine, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and search for products. I'm going to go ahead and search for creatine, right? I wanted to go ahead and do a search, but make sure that you're clicking also on just the US, right? Just the US. We're going to go ahead and hit search. Now that I first found a niche that I want to sell on that first page, the second thing I'm going to focus on is I'm going to go ahead and see what other sellers, right, have created different brands, right? So here, I want to make sure that there's a lot of different brands selling creatine, making a pretty good amount of money. That means that there's a lot of space on this niche for me to go ahead and create a creatine brand around, because I see not only one seller making a lot of money on the creatine niche, there's a lot of different sellers making crazy money on this niche, right? I see literally like over 30 different brands of creatine on TikTok shop making pretty freaking crazy money here, right? 32,000, 84,000 in the last 30 days, 10K, 100,000, 39,000. So that tells me that there's a lot of space for me to go ahead and build a brand new brand of creatine and get some of that pie, right? So again, to recap, you want to go ahead, hit top sales on the product, hit monthly, and just find a niche that catches your eye, right? For example, creatine was something that caught my eye. But for example, say you don't want to do creatine, and here I see ashwagandha gummies. Again, I'm gonna go ashwagandha, search, and see if there's a lot of different sellers or different brands making pretty good money with this niche. And here I see a lot of different brands making pretty good money. 27,000, 32,000, 23,000 in the last 30 days, 74,000, 200,000, 319,000 dollars on TikTok shop selling ashwagandha. So there's another niche as well, right? So that's the idea. What you don't want is when you search your niche and you only see maybe two sellers, two brands selling on this niche, and then you don't see a lot of other people making money. That means that there might not be enough demand for that particular niche on TikTok shop, right? Now we're gonna go ahead and choose creatine. Also, something very important, next I check if the product is evergreen or seasonal, right? One thing is you wanna make sure to avoid products that are trendy for just a short period of time. Instead, you wanna sell products that will bring you steady sales month after month, right? Products like supplements, health and wellness products that need to be refilled or purchased repeatedly are great examples of this. Now, all this might seem hard to figure out, but in reality, it's actually pretty straightforward, like I just showed you, right? Now, a big mistake that most beginners make is that they try to scroll manually and find products one by one, which takes forever. Or they go to TikTok Marketplace, for example, and end up with products that everyone else is selling, which makes it harder to stand out. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with this approach, but A, they are time consuming, B, you're making it unnecessarily difficult for yourself. Instead, like I said, you can use Viralytic to help you find these winning products in just a few clicks. And thanks to a product research tool like Viralytic, in just a few clicks, we have found a winning product with the potential to make us hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now guys, just like that, with just a few clicks like I've shown you, we have found a winning product with the potential to make us hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales. Before we continue, I want to say if you're brand new to this business, I've actually created a training video that's going to show you in detail how this business works. All right, if you would like to learn more on how to get started with TikTok Shop, you can go ahead and click the link on the description of this video or right here. I'm going to leave it for you guys. This video is going to give you a completely free training on how the whole process of TikTok Shop works as well. All right, now after you watch that video, if you would like to work with me one-on-one, I do offer a coaching program where we work with you one-on-one and we help you start and scale your TikTok Shop business. And also, if you're loving this information so far, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, please drop them on the comments below. Let's keep going. Now, number 2, on-demand suppliers. All right, let's move on to the next step. The next step after finding this winning product is crucial, but it's also the one that most beginners often overlook. As a beginner, you want to reduce your risks as much as possible. And one of the best ways to do that is to spend nothing upfront on inventory. To do that, you need an on-demand supplier. An on-demand supplier allows you to sell products without holding any inventory. They'll print your logo, package, and ship the product directly to your customers every time you make a sale. Essentially, you're outsourcing your entire fulfillment process, which eliminates the need for upfront investments in stock or warehousing. So let's say you want to sell creatine under your own brand. Here is how it works. Okay, now first, you're gonna need a name for your brand. So for this, we're going to use Legalese Now name generator. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys a generator in the description of this video. Now, what I love about using Legalese is that after they give you a name using AI, you can actually trademark it and buy the LLC directly from the website, right? So all I'm going to do first is I'm just gonna tell it creatine. You can be very specific with what type of niche you want to sell on. So maybe you want to make creatine for women. That can be a niche. But for example, I know that men like creatine. So I'll say, give me creatine, men's creatine brand. I'm going to go ahead and type that here. Okay, perfect. I'm going to hit get names now. Then I'm going to go ahead. I'll choose. You can either do brandable like Google or Rolex or compound words. I'm going to go ahead and do brandable. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to go ahead and hit medium. Enter my name, last name, email, and get names now, right? So what's beautiful about this AI tool is that it's going to come up with some cool names for you. And then if you like the name and you're really serious about starting this business and starting this brand, you can actually get trademark, get LLC, and even get the domain directly from the site, right? So for example, you have Alpha Time, React Crane, Game Blend. Let's see if I like one of these. Strength Sphere, Elevate Formula, Creatine Nova, Creapulse, man. I like Creatine Nova a lot. Createx Power, Build Fusion. Let's do Creatine Nova, all right? That's gonna be my name, all right? Now that we have come up with a name, then I can either get the LLC or get the trademark from here. But right now, we're gonna skip that, and we're gonna go ahead and go to ChatGPT, right? And I'm gonna have ChatGPT build me a logo for this name, right? So I'm gonna give me a logo for a brand name for a creatine brand named, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and give it the name, which was Creatine Nova. There we go. Now, if you don't like any of the names that it first suggests here in Legalese, you can always scroll and it'll generate more names for you, right? It's that easy, right? Maybe you don't like any of these, you can just keep scrolling until you like something. That's it, right? So Creatine Nova, okay, perfect. Just like that, ChatGPT has created logo for me. Literally within seconds, we have a name. We have an area where we can actually buy the LLC for the name that we like and get the trademark for the name so nobody else uses it. I would recommend that you guys get your trademark so when you actually launch the product on TikTok Shop, nobody steals your idea. Okay, now that you have your brand name and your logo, here's where the magic happens. We're gonna go ahead and find an on-demand supplier for our creatine brand. Now, your on-demand supplier will take your brand name and logo, and then whenever someone places an order, they'll print the logo onto your product and ship them directly to your customer. This means that you don't need to buy any inventory up front, and you don't have to risk holding products that might not sell. Your supplier handles all of the logistics. You're only paying for products as you sell them. So if the product doesn't sell, you haven't lost a dime. Now, for example, here I found an on-demand supplier that actually has creatine. Now, this on-demand supplier automatically connects with my TikTok Shop seller account. All I have to do is simply send them my logo. then order a sample to my house so I can see the sample, see what it looks like. I can actually use that sample to create content around or to send to my creators to make videos of my product. And whenever I get a sale on my TikTok Shop seller account, well, this on-demand supplier is going to print my logo on the creatine and ship it to the customer. That's it, guys. Literally that easy. And they don't only do creatine. I mean, they have all of these different supplements and vitamins and pre-workouts that you can actually create a brand around. And from what I see here on Viralytic, if I actually go to top sales, the top sellers, guys, is all vitamins. Right? So right now is the opportunity. I mean, literally, this Goldie gummies are making $3 million in revenue. Right now, Goldie is a known brand, but look at this one, Nello, $2.3 million in sales. Here you have another one, NAD, right? Rios Research. I've actually never heard of this brand. $2.3 million in sales. Right? Then you have another one, Mila Mi Amor. This gut cleanse pills have done $841,000 in sales in TikTok Shop. All right, so I've been looking at this for a while, and I know supplements are making a killing. So I highly recommend you look into launching that, especially with these on-demand suppliers that are all FDA approved. All they're doing is simply adding your logo onto the packaging and shipping it to the customer. Now, your only job is to focus on driving traffic to your TikTok Shop and converting those visitors into buyers. Now, while getting consistent traffic might seem challenging as a beginner, there's actually a clever shortcut that can help you bypass the slow growth stage and start generating sales right away. Now, I see a lot of beginners making the mistake of relying solely on organic content, posting video after video for months, hoping to get traction on their own. And while organic growth can work, it's like entering a crowded marathon where everyone else has a head start. You're competing with thousands of other brands, many with many more experience and bigger followings. But here's the good news. You don't need to show your face or make endless content yourself to drive traffic and sales to your TikTok Shop. Instead, let me show you that you can use a much faster and easier method to get noticed and start making sales without becoming a content creator. Now, if we go over to Viralytic, you'll see a list of creators who are already promoting products on TikTok and generating solid results. These creators are eager to collaborate because they earn a commission on every sale they drive through their content. You simply get in touch with them via the platform, provide your product details, and negotiate a commission structure that benefits you both. So, instead of putting in the hours to create your own content, you can scale fast by leveraging the reach and influence of multiple creators. Now, imagine having 20 or even 50 creators promoting your products simultaneously. This strategy is what helps beginners skip the slow organic phase and jump directly to making consistent sales. Now, what if I told you that you don't even have to reach out to these creators one by one? Because the hard part with TikTok Shop, I'll be very honest, it's not finding a product, because literally it took us 5 seconds to find a winning niche. The hard part with TikTok Shop is getting as many different TikTok creators or TikTok affiliates to make videos with your brand, right? That's how you truly scale. Now, let me show you, for example. Now, this creatine brands, right? So if we go here to creatine, we'll go back to Viralytic. If we go here to creatine, you can see that Echo Creatine that have done $3.6 million in sales on TikTok Shop in the last 30 days. Well, they're currently working with over 1,200 different creators. These are 1,200 different people like this one or this one or this one that are currently creating videos of their product. Now, why would these people want to make videos of their product? Well, because they're going to earn a commission every time someone buys the product from the link on their video, right? Now, your only job as a brand owner on TikTok Shop is to work with as many different creators as possible. Because if you're really trying to scale your brand to the millions of dollars a month, You have to work with a lot of creators. I mean, look at your competition. You have RiseUps, they're working with 79 different creators. Look at this creatine brand just started, Muscle Master, right? They're doing more than $626,000 in sales, and they're currently only working with 20 different creators, right? So this is to show you how fast you can really scale. You just need 20 people to do $600,000. Now, what if I told you that my team and I have actually created a bot that automatically reaches out to thousands of creators for you with a push of a button? All you do is simply tell the bot what category of creator you want, for example, fitness creators. Then it'll send out a mass message to thousands of people. So when you reach out to 1,000 people, then you'll get 10, 15, 20 people reaching back out who are ready to make videos with your brand. Because in the old days, you had to reach out to them one by one. Maybe you reached out to 100 people and maybe 1 or 2 got back to you. This way, you'll have 10, 20, 30, 40 people making videos with your product before you know it. And from what you can see on the example that I showed you earlier, you only need about 20 creators to start making over 6 figures a month. Now, I know that as a beginner, all of this can sound overwhelming. You're probably asking yourself, how do I know if I've chosen the right product? Or how do I find reliable on-demand suppliers? Or even, how do I actually get in touch with these creators who will actually promote my products? And even with the best strategies, there's a lot of trial and error when you're doing it alone. Without proper guidance, it's easy to get stuck and miss out on thousands of dollars in profit you could be making. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you want to skip the guesswork and fast track your success with TikTok Shop, I'm here to help. I spent over a year fine-tuning what works, and I've helped countless people start and grow a profitable business with TikTok Shop, all while avoiding the costly mistakes most beginners make. So if you're serious about starting your TikTok Shop and making thousands of dollars without the usual frustrations, well, click the link on the description of this video to book a call with my team. On that link is going to take you to an application. If the application goes well, you'll book a completely free strategy session with one of my team members. We'll go over your goals, map out a strategy, and get you on track to start seeing results as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.